Hey guys, Dimitris here. Welcome back to my channel where I show you how to build digital solutions and automate your business workflows. Now in today's video, I'm going to show you how to automate the process of sending personal thank you emails to your Shopify customers. And the reason I wanted to do this video is because e-commerce is currently taking over the world, and I'm sure there are many of you who already have an e-commerce business or are planning on starting one very soon. And the problem is the competition is growing, and it has been proven that most successful e-commerce businesses are the ones that have an amazing customer experience, right? So that's the key thing that's going to make you stand apart from everyone else, all your competitors. And the experience is basically from the moment that the customer places an order and thereafter. The goal is to make them fall in love with your brand, make them become obsessed with your brand so they can keep coming back and purchasing your products. Now, thank you notes are a great way to improve your customer experience, and you can, of course, sit and manually write one for each one of your customers and make them super personal and stuff. But that's not how we do things in this channel. We want to automate everything while producing amazing results. So that's what I'm going to be showing you today. Now, as you can see here, I have my Shopify store here. This is just an example Shopify store that I set up, and I have one product on the store, so I'm going to be going ahead and placing an order very soon. And the next thing we need to do is figure out a way to automate the process of sending a personal thank you note, a personal thank you email, right, once that order is placed. And the tool that I'm going to be using in order to achieve that is, of course, my favorite integrations tool, Integromat, right? Integromat.com. It's an amazing service that allows you to integrate different applications, different services together, right? And Integromat has a Shopify module, right, which is able to extract information from an order once an order is placed on your store, and we're going to be integrating that with an email module. So the first thing I need to do is execute this scenario when a new order is placed on my Shopify store. And in order to do that, I'm going to click here and select Shopify as the module, right? So the idea here is that this whole scenario is going to be executed when a new order is placed on my store. And the function that I need to use, the action that I need to use for this module is watch orders, right? So triggers when a new order is added, right? So I'm going to select that, and this is going to be triggered when a new order is placed on my store. The status is going to be open. This is a status of the order, right? So obviously we're not going to select cancel or closed because when an order is placed, it's going to be an open order, right? Then the financial status is going to be paid, right? And here, you can choose, because some stores, I know that they collect payment after the customer places an order. They might collect the payment after some time. So depending on how you have things set up, you can choose the different status from here. But I'm going to choose paid for this example. So this is only going to be triggered when the order is paid. And then the fulfillment is going to be unshipped, right? So right when the order is placed, I'm going to click OK and choose where to start. I'm going to do from now on, right? From now on, any order that is placed, this scenario is going to be executed. Now, the next thing we need to do in order to send the email to the customer is attach an email module to this Shopify module. And I'm going to do that by clicking here. And now I can select, by the way, guys, this is not going to be there by default. You will have to search for your modules. As you can see, you can search for the modules right there. And in this case, I'm going to be using the email module, right? You could choose the Gmail module, right? So as you can see here, there's also a Gmail module. However, on the Gmail module, you cannot fully customize the way that the email is formatted. And I'm going to show you what I mean by that in a second. So I chose the email module, which is very similar, actually. You can attach your Gmail to this module, by the way. So I select that one, and then as an action, I'm going to choose send an email. So now we're going to get all the settings here. And as you can see, my connection is my Gmail, right? So you can enter your Gmail to send the email with. So here you would go and click on add, and then there you go. So you select your Gmail, or if you have a business email, then you would set up your SMTP settings right there. I have already done it, so my Gmail is attached right there. And then the next thing I need to do is select the recipient, right? So I click there, and then when I click on this box now, I'm going to be able to retrieve all the elements, all the data elements from the Shopify module, right? And this is what makes this workflow so powerful, is because we can get the data for the order that was placed on the store, right? As you can see, we get so many fields of data right here that will allow us to make this email so personalized, right? So the recipient is obviously going to be the email that the order was placed with, right? So I'm going to select this, add, right? So now the email is going to be sent to that customer. And the subject line, I have already created a sample here. So I'm going to say, hey, customer name, welcome to the Accessory Planet family. And Accessory Planet is my the name of my sample store in this case. So for the customer's name, what I need to do is scroll down, and there we go. There's a section called customer. So these are all the data fields that the customer has entered during the checkout, right? So as you can see here, I have a first name. So this is the customer's first name. So I'm going to select this, and the email is going to say, hey, customer's name, welcome to the Accessory Planet family. Now the next thing I need to do is create the content, or in other words, the message. And here is where I can select plain text, right? And this is something you can do on the Gmail module, right? That's the reason why I chose this module. On the Gmail, you can only do HTML, so you would have to code HTML in order to format your message, right? So here you can select plain text, and what that means is that you can write stuff, and then you can also have spaces, right? You can have new lines. With HTML, you would have to code that in, right? So it's much more simple to write in plain text. So here, what I need to do now is create a personalized message. And I already made a template here, which I'm going to copy paste. And I'm actually going to remove these dynamic fields right here so I can show you how it's done. So I'm going to say, hey, customer's first name, right? So I'm going to scroll down to customer, and then we're going to select the first name, right? So, hey, customer's name, I'm Dimitris, the founder of Accessory Planet. I just saw that you placed an order for a, and this is where I want to place, I want to have the item's name, right? So the thing that the customer bought, I want to have that item's name on this line right here. So what I'm gonna do is search for, I think it's called line items. There we go. So I'm gonna click on this, and here we get all the information for the items that the customer has purchased. And I'm gonna select name, right? So this is the name of the product. And later on, guys, I'm actually gonna show you how to send an email for orders that have more than one product. So this currently, this is set up for orders that only have one product. So it makes sense to add the item's name there, right? But then I'm gonna show you how to reformat this email for orders that have more than one product. Perfect Choice is definitely one of my personal favorites, and I use it very often, right? So our team is getting your order ready, and it will be on its way to, and this is where I want to put the customer's location. You know, I think that this is a really nice touch because it shows that I took the time to look at the order, you know, to figure out how we're going to send the product to the customer as soon as possible, you know, so it's a nice touch there. So what I want to do is actually scroll back down to customer. Actually, no, it's going to be further down. It's going to be in shipping address, and I'm going to select the city, right? It doesn't really make sense to put the address there, you know. City, I think, is the best, or you can select country, you know. So it will be on its way to the city very soon. You can always keep track of your package at, and this is where I want to put the order page, right? A link to the order page. So I'm going to search for, I think it's called order status page. Yeah, order status URL. So I'm going to select that, and that's going to give them the link to the page where they can check the tracking of their order. Try it out and let me know your thoughts. I'm very interested to know how you find it, right? So obviously that that refers to the actual product. Oh, and one last thing, to show my appreciation for choosing Accessory Planet, I want to offer you a 15% discount for your next purchase. Just use special thank you at the checkout, right? Just use the discount code special thank you at the checkout. Talk to you soon, Dimitris. Right, so as you can see, guys, here we have created a personalized message that first of all builds trust, so it shows the customer that there's someone here, there's someone who cares about them. It adds a personal touch, so it improves the customer experience. And finally, we're also able to promote our store once again. We're also able to market to the customer and get them to come back, so this is a very powerful message right here. So I'm going to click OK, and I'm going to save this scenario. Let's go ahead and try it out. So as you can see, I have turned it on. So every time an order is placed on the store from now on, this scenario will be executed. So I'm going to go back here. Let's go to products. Let's select this product right here. It's a portable sealer, very popular at the moment. Buy it now. And here I'm just going to enter some random information. Let's see, let's call the customer George. City, let's put London. Continue. There we go. So now I have shipping set to free, and also the product is free, so we can just click continue to payment, and then we should be able to just place the order. Perfect. Okay, so now the order is being processed. Thank you for your purchase, right? So we get, this is the order status page, right? So this is where I'm actually going to be linking the customer back to in order for them to check in order for them to track their package. And now what we need to do is go to our Gmail. Let's see if this works. Refresh. Okay, so the reason it doesn't work yet is because, as you can see here on the trigger, I have this set to 15 minutes, right? So what this is going to do, every 15 minutes is going to check for the new orders that were placed in the store, and then only it's going to send the emails, right? Which I think is good, because it doesn't really make much sense to send the personalized thank you email as soon as the order is placed, because that looks fake, right? So it's good to wait a bit, and then send the email. But for now, I'm just going to click run once in order to force this scenario to be executed, and this should actually work. Run. As you can see, it has sent an email. There we go. Right. So, hey George, I'm Dimitris, the founder of Accessory Planet. I just saw that you placed an order for a portable sealer. Perfect choice. It's definitely one of my personal favorites, and I use it very often. Our team is getting your order ready, and it will be on its way to London, right, very soon. You can always keep track of your package at this page right here. It's going to take us back to the order page. Perfect. Try it out and let me know your thoughts. I'm very interested to know how you find it. Oh, and one last thing, to show your appreciation for Accessory Planet, we offer you 15% discount and so on, right? So as you can see, fully personalized. And I mean, guys, this is just the beginning, there's so much you can do here with all the data from the order, right? Your imagination is literally the limit when it comes to personalized email because you got all this data. As you can see now, we can see the data, the actual data for the order we just placed, right? So this gives you a sample of what kind of data you're receiving from Shopify when an order is placed, right? So there's so much stuff here. There's so much data that you can use on your emails, right? So the next thing I want to show you is how to customize this so a different email is sent out when when an order is placed with more than one items. You know, that's pretty common. So I want to show you that as well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on this module, the email module, send an email, right? So I want another one of these modules. And what I'm going to actually, no, let's delete this. Let's just duplicate this one, clone, right? Because I don't want to write the whole script again. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a new connection. And as you can see now, we get a router. What this means is that we can assign some conditions, you know, that will determine which one of these two emails is going to be sent, right? And this is so powerful, guys, because you can actually create different emails for different types of orders, right? So you can send a different personalized email for different items that the customer orders, you know. So if the customer orders a portable sealer, you know, you can send one email. If the customer orders a I don't know, like a watermelon slicer, you can send a different email, you know. So this is fully customizable, and that's what makes it so powerful. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go here and I'm going to change the email, the actual message. What I'm going to do is just remove the name of the item, and I'm just going to say, I just saw that you placed an order on our store. I'm not gonna add every single item that they purchased, you know, because if they purchase like 10 items, you know, it would be stupid to just like list all the items there, you know. I'm just gonna say you purchased, I just saw that you placed an order on our store, and I'm gonna click OK. And here what I need to do now is click on this option and set up a filter, and the filter is gonna be called more than one items, right? And the condition of this will be if, so a condition is like an if statement. So if something is true, then do this, right? So if I'm going to try and find the items. So there we go. So line items. So if the items in the order, and then I need to find the array operator, right? Because an array, guys, for those of you who don't know what it is, it's basically like, think of it as a collection, you know, collection of items, right? So if in this collection of items, there are more than one items, then we want this operation to be performed, right? So if the array, let's see, if the array length is greater than 1, then do this, right? And then what I need to do is go here, set up a filter, and I'm gonna call this one item, right? And I'm gonna go to the condition again. I'm gonna find my line items array, right? The collection of items. I'm gonna scroll back down to array operators, right? Array length is equal to 1, and I'm gonna click OK, right? So now, guys, when there's only one item in the order, this email is gonna be sent. When there's more than one items in the order, this email is gonna be sent. And as I mentioned before, there's so many things you can do from this point on. You know, you can have a different email for every single product on your store. in order to make this approach super personalized, you know, and I think that's something your customers are really gonna appreciate. So there you have it, guys. You now know how to automatically send personal thank you notes to your customers once they place an order on your store. And as you have seen, this workflow can be extended further. So what I want you to do is let me know in the comments below if you have any ideas of the things we can do in order to make this workflow even more powerful and improve the customer journey even further while keeping everything automated. Also, don't forget to hit the like button if you're planning on using this strategy in your e-commerce business. And as always, do not leave this video without hitting the subscribe button. This is the only way you're gonna know when I put out videos like this one to help you build your digital systems and completely automate your business. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you on the next one.